And the entire broadcast is live. We're going to talk the in and out shooter that broke this weekend. No motives, nothing yet. So talk about that. We're going to have Pat Brosnan come on, give his expertise on it, talk some other topics. It's going to be a good show.
And I actually saw that Tim Kennedy shared a picture of it, and it was AI, if you can believe that. The book is already on its way. I heard Rob O'Neill and Tim Kennedy took down the shooter. So should be a great show.
You're at the Extra Broadcast. We'll say what you can't.
The information provided by the speakers and presenters on the Anti-Hero Broadcast platform is for general informational and entertainment purposes only. Information does not represent the broadcast network and all entities involved. All information is provided in good faith. However, we make no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information. Hurt feelings is not defamation.
The mainstream media should be ashamed of themselves.
We are the news entertainment broadcast for veterans, first responders, and all blue-collar Americans. People are done with this fucking mainstream garbage down their throat.
Enough is enough. We can't lose our country. When do people draw the line and go, that's it?
You stand on 10 toes and you do what you think is right against the grain. You go against the current. And then when you come out on top, it's untouchable.
We are the Anti-Hero Broadcast, so let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Monday, August 3rd, 2026. The Anti-Hero Broadcast is a news entertainment broadcast for veterans, first responders, and all blue-collar Americans. We go live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and Twitch now.
Twitch?
Twitch.
What is a Twitch?
I don't even know what that really is, but we're live on it. If you are a fan of the show, please subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I know what Twitch is. Twitch is something that we haven't ever really dealt in. The team set it up, got us on Twitch now, so that's pretty exciting. This show is brought to you by Elevated Silence. Go to elevatedsilence.com and use promo code ANTIHERO15. Save 15% on your suppressor. They have cans from everything from 22s to 50 cals. So exercise your Second Amendment right. Get yourself a can. The process is not that hard, and Jim will walk you through it. Elevatedsilence.com. Use promo code ANTIHERO15. Save 15%. And Vengeance, that's VENJENZ.com. Use promo code ANTIHERO. Save 15% on all of their supplements, to include their brand new protein sourced out of New Zealand and manufactured right here in the United States. No soys, no GMOs, no artificial flavors or sweeteners, and no growth hormones. This is the premier protein if you care about what you put in your body. This is not the $20 jug of chocolate protein. This is it. So go to Vengeance, that's VENJENZ.com, and use promo code ANTIHERO. Save 15% on all of their products, including their brand new protein. Don't forget to join the Discord. It is free. It's where the boys hang out every single night. We were in there Thursday night till like probably 3 in the morning. I got 4 hours sleep, but it was a good time. It's fun. We talk shit. We break down videos. We stream events. And if you want to know a little bit more about us, get to know us personally, the Patreon.
You come to the Patreon where we have exclusive meetings like last night, where I made both meetings, by the way, for the for our loyal people. We talked about it a little bit in there. It's hard to answer 1,000 DMs a week and all that. So Patreon gets responses to everything. We do exclusive live events just for Patreon. We're planning a meetup in there. The boys get to give input on everything. And if you want to be one of the OGs, you go one step higher and you join the Anti-Hero app. You go to the antiheroapp.com and become one of the 99%. We are the 99%. We're the regular dudes out here doing it for you guys together. Meetups, whatever else you want. Apps, meetups, greet-ups, all the cool stuff.
Live
So make sure you
shows
join
that
one of those.
someday will get scheduled in West Palm Beach. You never know.
The meetup takes priority. Look what you did. You should do it. You got everybody to meet from across we got a guy come from England because of the app.
Yeah. The meetup is going to be September 25th through 27th in Clearwater Beach, Florida, just outside Tampa. If you guys are interested, hit us up. We'll get you the hotel closest to our Airbnb. We'll get you the address to our Airbnb so you can get an Airbnb near us. But we will be there all weekend, partying and having a good time, getting to know each other, hanging out, meeting. It'll be a good time.
Stuff.
So
cool stuff.
My first reflection of the day before we get into the topic is Ryan the Communist.
Uh-oh.
Ryan has a weekly segment on our show where every Thursday he comes to agitate, inform, whatever he's got his
Pollinate.
agenda. Yeah, whatever he does. Ryan came on our radar maybe 6 months ago. He was
The
talking
comments,
shit
yeah.
in the comments, and he was the only person to ever take us up on our offer and come on the show. We didn't know he was an active communist. We just thought he was a nutbag. It was so good, and it provided so much content that we gave him a staple Thursday night or Thursday spot on our show. He still has it. But it's starting to kind of irritate me a little bit
Oh boy.
when we post and collab him. I used to post very unbiasedly. I didn't want to make him look foolish on a post and then ask him to accept it. I thought that was pretty insulting. But when he's in the comments and people are dunking on us, right? So he's got a semi big following, no anti-hero following by any means, and no people of any sane mindset, but he does have a following. And they flood into the comments. And then when the 99 or our supporters or any random person with a logical brain says anything, Ryan insults them, which is fine. That's the internet for you. But when someone comes and dunks on us from the communist side of the camp, Ryan doesn't go like we do. This is my big thing, is that we always defend Ryan in some way, shape, or form. We say we disagree with him, but publicly, we do give him the respect that I feel he deserves. And coming on the show, he's on time every day. He never misses a day. And he provides us great content. But when people talk shit about us, he doesn't go, hey guys, these dudes are actually pretty cool. They're logical dudes. We disagree on everything. Well, actually, that's a lie. We disagree on about half. And he kind of backhands insults us to the people talking shit on us. And I'm like, so it's like, I shouldn't expect any less from a communist. I made a thing for this. Okay, I didn't tell Eli. But yeah, so I shouldn't expect any less from a communist, but I feel like we're inviting someone into our home and they're just talking shit about us in our home. That's the feeling I get when I see that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, not breaking character though. Obviously he backs it up here. He says, I don't think he says anything different on here that he does off here. I mean, we're like you said before, we're swing up, right? Like,
Yeah, but I mean, you don't think that he
I
should
don't
show
know.
some sign of respect?
No, come on. You're watching WWE and The Rock turns on Stone Cold and you're at home crying and you're like The Rock's a bad guy. And you're not gonna, you want him to stay in the bad guy role. He's the bad guy. He gets. I mean, think about, I'm just saying, think about what he tolerates in these comments. The ponytails. He gets railed by dudes. Like all the things he deals with in these comments are pretty. To come back every week and deal with that, I look at it like he's staying in character for what he deals with when he's in here. That's the way I look at it.
You know what everyone's gonna say about you is that you're
Yeah.
a fucking Ryan sympathizer.
I just, he's more reliable than some of the other guys.
Oh, he's 100% more reliable than most of the guys that we work with.
So it's
I can't take that from him.
So just I look at it like a WW. I believe if we went to San Francisco, showed up, and called him up, he would sit down and have dinner with us. He would be entertainment. He would hang out. I think he would. I know other people that would drive 2 hours to see us. So it's like I look at I get what you're saying. But I don't think I just think it's a character, man. I really do. But I like the guy, so
You like him?
I like him, dude. I think I think he's right about things, and two things can be right and wrong at the same time. And I think he's wrong about a lot of things, but I think he's right about some things. And I mean, he's wrong. He's more wrong than right, but there's a few things that he does that I think he's got nailed, which is like the 1%ers and the billionaires controlling everything, and we're landless peasants. I agree with all that. So I don't read the comments though. I don't know how nasty they are, but I mean, I think he's in character, in my opinion.
All right.
We go beat
What
him
do you
up
think?
if you want.
You can pick him up,
Go
beat him up.
Beat him up. We go beat him up.
He threatens everybody else. Come say
Yeah.
it to my face, brother.
Yeah, fly right now.
I was, kind of thinking too, when I was like, I can't figure out. I don't know if this is for this show or not. Sometimes when I watch, you ever?
Send
I'm
it,
wrong.
dude. Anybody?
Let's first off say I'm wrong for this train. I'm wrong for this mindset, but I'm trying to be upfront and honest. And a lot more direct with people. And so I'm not being direct right now because I think I'm in the wrong. But when I watch sports with Canine,
Boy.
he ever walked in, you've been younger, you've rented houses, owned houses, had roommates, right?
I was in the
You
military.
ever walk into your own house and one of your roommates has like a bunch of people over and not one person acknowledges your existence, and you're kind of like,
yeah.
here's the thing, is that no one did anything wrong. I'm just saying that's how I feel. Like, those guys have no idea who I am, and they never mention that I've seen, and I could be wrong, they never pay homage to counterculture, to anti-hero. Like, it's almost like they're like, hey, this awesome channel with almost 10,000 subscribers just popped up out of nowhere, and we get to host a show on it. That being said, it is my fault. That's not a good mindset to have at all. But just being honest, that's how I feel.
You made a meme, right?
I didn't make that.
Oh, somebody made it.
Yeah.
I saw the actual video, and then I saw your version.
It's not my version. I didn't make it.
No, I saw another meme with that same video that you're about to play, unless you're not playing it.
Oh, I'm not playing it.
Oh, okay.
No, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
not for this
Somebody,
show.
Jay says, don't worry, Tyler, he won't watch this.
I mean, he's working, right? I'm not making excuses. I will say I laughed at him and mocked him 4 years ago when he was getting 11 views on his show, or listens. He wasn't even doing a video. And then he did kind of get a silver platter, and he started out running with it. And then he forgot that this show exists, and he doesn't come on here anymore. And I think more people are would rather watch Joe Biden shave his balls than that show sometimes. But
it has so much potential. Canine
they
has so
know
much
his
talent.
he knows his shit. He knows his stuff. I think
He's dedicated.
he's going. Listen, man, I'm gonna give him one out. I know where he is. At least he's not shirtless on TikTok like I was. He got cheated on. He got thrown to the wolves. He got left. He did everything for somebody, and they took advantage of it. Like, I get it, that part. But hey, man, you're the boss, dude. You gotta have a talk with him. I can't. It's too close to he's in my family. It won't go as well.
Oh, another thing Mike can't do. Let's just add that.
Do you think that would go?
Listen,
If Eli was screwing up as a producer, would you rather me talk to him as like, hey, the co-host, or would you rather scream at him like Dad, where he's not really going to take it as like a work thing? He's going to take it as Dad's a fucking dick thing. That's how I look at it.
I would handle that.
Yeah, but it's not going to go the same. If I pull Eli aside, it's going to go different. It's like your dad's friend. You remember your dad's friend that was always cooler than you? You're cooler than your dad? Yeah. He like took you out back, let you drink Budweiser and shit. He smoked weed with you and nobody knew. Like,
I don't think that's a proper upbringing.
He took me in a bathroom and did some things. He told me, like, I don't know. He's a really
I'm
nice
the cool one, right, Mike?
I'm the cool guy right now. I just, like I said, it's I think it means more sometimes coming from a business standpoint than a family standpoint.
Yeah, like I said, we're rebranding. The Counterculture YouTube and media side of the house is falling under Counterculture Studios. Counterculture Inc. Studios is now going to manage that YouTube channel and all the Spotify and stuff, and really take all that off my shoulders. Like I was saying, it's like the March of Dimes. I was tasked out, and I just do it out of the kindness of my heart, and it's growing into something, but it needs somebody dedicated to manage it. And that's what Counterculture Inc. Studios is going to do. So everybody will be briefed. All the show hosts are going to be briefed on some changes. And I am sure, I would bet money that we are going to lose some shows based on just the changes that we're making, like voluntary withdrawals. I'm not firing anybody, or or cutting any
Bob.
shows.
Bob's never seen the Jimmy video.
Yeah.
I just snap, and then I'm irrational for a little bit. It's all good, man. We're on the right path, dude. You're doing. I don't care what they say about it. You're doing a fine job. You're doing a great job. No, I believe it. I think you are.
Thank you. At least somebody thinks I am. Let's talk this shooter, this in and out thing, Majig.
Wild.
When did this broke? Friday evening? Was it Friday or Saturday? It might have been Saturday.
My days ran into each other.
Yeah, you don't care about anything in the world when you're gambling.
I was not gambling. I was entertaining myself.
What does that mean?
I was entertaining. I was on vacation. Here's my point of this before you find out what day. This is a town of 58,000 people. So one of my beefs with most of the cops on the internet who do nothing, don't train, out of shape, make TikToks, do videos, they always claim that, like, most of them are from small towns, right? So it's like they have that mentality that, well, it ain't going to happen here. It can't possibly happen here. Or I like the other argument is Dom comes from a small town. Dom's nobody, comes from a small town. Well, where this occurred was a population of 58,000. Do you think any of them thought that some psychopath with a rifle is going to go to In-N-Out and start shooting the place up? No. So my point being is this can come to you whether you live in New York City, LA, or a town of 58,000. Some psychopath with a rifle is going to have a girl cheat on him. He's going to hate the government. He's going to do something. And you're more vulnerable in those towns. You should be more trained. Because just like a small team, like a new team that's trying to up and, we're the underdog, you should be training harder and working harder. These people have to be ready because you have less resources and less people to come save you. You go to LA, you got fucking probably 200-300 SWAT guys. You go to a big city, they got all these resources. You go to 58,000, there ain't much around. And it took a Crocodile Dundee FN 5.57 silenced dude to come out shooting to, thank God, stop whatever happened. So that's my point of this.
Well, yeah. So, and it's crazy too. We'll shed light on Jordan Salinas, I think is how you say his name. But the AI was fucking crazy. Fine, you can't there's like 7 different versions of him shooting that gun out there.
They're all fake.
It's crazy, dude. What that just goes to what you said. What last year? It is going to be hard to get through life in a couple years, not knowing what's fake.
The actual picture is a video screenshot. So it's blurry as shit. It looks like Bigfoot. It's blurry. It's not really good. And all the way to Tim Kennedy, I said, Tim Kennedy shared a brand new 4K altered photo, and Northern Provisions posted it and was like, stop sharing AI. Like, why are we doing this? So yeah.
Northern Provisions has it up.
Yeah, Northern Provisions has the Tim Kennedy post up.
Yeah, I couldn't even find the real because it looked like to me it was such bad quality that I thought it was a rifle.
The 5.7 is a badass round.
But it was
a handgun with it's a FN 5.7 with and it's got a large ass can on it. So it's shooting
that's weird.
It's shooting it's shooting us almost like it's like a rifle round, but it's smaller, fits in a handgun. I'm not a gun guy, but it's what it is. It's armor it'll fucking go through vests and shit.
All right, so here's Tim Kennedy's post that Northern Provisions shared.
And their caption says, like, stop sharing AI photos.
Yeah, stop sharing AI stuff. Now, what is this? It looks like a fucking female.
That's what I'm saying.
Not even.
That actual picture or video was a grainy cell phone video that turned into this now beautiful. Hey, man. Everybody wants to be a hero, man. Everybody wants to click.
Anyways, we'll talk about Jordan Salinas. I don't have a photo of him because I couldn't even find the original one. But let's talk the shooting and then go from there. Here's what authorities have confirmed so far about the mass shooting at the In-N-Out Burger in Twin Falls, Idaho, which Justin mentioned earlier. This thing was like a week old. which means there's a lot of people there because In-N-Out's notorious around the country, and they don't franchise.
They don't let it. It's owned by. I think it's all owned by one person.
Yes, and
They don't
I
let you
heard that
buy, like,
the reason why they don't branch out more than they can handle is because they don't want their food freeze dried and shipped, or frozen and shipped. They want everything fresh. So they're that was what I heard. I don't know anything anymore.
that, and they don't want people.
You don't want to turn into McDonald's.
Store.
Like, you
They don't
have
want
bad
people running the
experiences.
store that don't really care. So they kind of like Chick-fil-A. I don't know. I'm just saying Chick-fil-A has a really good model, and then
Chick-fil-A has a very, very, very stringent when somebody wants to build like franchise out of Chick-fil-A, you have to put down like 80 grand first off, right off the rip. You have to like
they vet
Chick-fil-A
you.
has,
They
yeah.
check you out. Yeah, you're not. So very similar. In-N-Out is delicious, by the way.
It is. I love In-N-Out. Took Eli for his first time a couple months ago when I was in Cali. The shooting occurred on Saturday, August 4th, at the recently opened In-N-Out Burger. Police responded around 2:30 p.m. in between that time. After numerous 911 calls reported gunfire inside and around the restaurant, the attack unfolded in a busy commercial area with customers, employees, and drive-through traffic present. That would suck to be in the drive-through. Ain't nowhere to go. Authorities are saying 3 victims were killed and 7 people were wounded, some initially listed in critical condition. The suspect also died, bringing the total number to 4. He died from self-inflicted gunshot wounds. They identified the shooter. He acted alone. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound before law enforcement, who responded on scene, could take him into custody. Authorities credited 2 people with helping. This is pivotal. This is huge. The 2 people that engaged him in gunfire, although they did not strike him, they distracted him from slaughtering the sheep. And that's all a sheepdog really is there to do. Sheepdogs, it's there. You ever see it? I mean, they're probably AI or illustrations, but sheepdogs after a wolf fight are covered in blood because it was able to, the ruckus caused, all the sheep were able to run away. So they did exactly what they needed to do in order to keep more innocent people from dying. One was an off-duty Idaho state trooper, and the other one was an armed civilian who engaged the gunman, which most likely was the altered AI thing. Police say their actions likely distracted or disrupted the shooter and may have presented additional casualties. I think that goes without saying.
When bullets start flying back, he probably didn't plan that out in his psychopath ops plan.
And I have that when we talk about Jordan Salinas. That's not in their plan at all.
No, it's never. When the rounds start firing back, life changes a little bit.
The Twin Falls Police Department will be assisted by the FBI, the ATF, and other state and local agencies. So let's see here. I'm in my second article. Moments after the gunfire began, witnesses described people running for cover inside the restaurant, behind vehicles, and into nearby businesses. Several victims were shot in the parking lot and near the drive-thru area. It's sad, man. Police say an off-duty Idaho state trooper and an armed civilian both returned fire towards the shooter. Shortly afterward, responding officers located the suspect deceased. So far, investigators have not released a manifesto, any ideological affiliation, a criminal motive, or any evidence that he specifically targeted In-N-Out or any individual victims. His family has reported cooperating with investigators.
Can happen anywhere, man.
Dude, isn't that crazy? And
Twin Falls Police Department has roughly 80 sworn members. So a small 80 sworn, 40 staff. So between civilians and officers, you have 120 employees for a 55,000 person agency. And everybody always thinks it's going to be the big place. It's going to be big, New York City, LA, fucking Idaho, dude. Twin Falls, Idaho. And here we go. National news. Dude shooting it up with a rifle in a parking lot.
What sucks too is that um, if it ends up being that somebody specifically was targeted, it takes it out of it's not terrorism anymore. It's not an active shooter situation. Like that one hockey game that we saw where the guy
Yeah,
killed 3
killed his
people.
wife. Yeah, his wife shot his wife.
And I think a
That's the
kid too,
first thing.
right?
Yeah, I think that's what I said to Joanna. I said, I wonder, like the way it read initially was like one employee, one bystander, like almost like his wife was working there, girl, and he went up there like pissed off or something. I don't know that to be a fact, but the initial headline made me think like domestic or some type of altercation led up there. Again, it can happen anywhere. It can be for any reason, but you really look at like in and out. You could even see like Chick-fil-A, obviously very Christian, very religious. You could see where somebody might target them just because of their values. In and out
I
doesn't
think
have
In
any.
and Out has the same
Are they
values though.
similar? Yeah, I think okay, maybe they are then.
I would
But
if anybody there's got to be a Californian in here that's going to fucking tell us everything about In and Out because they're like a fucking cult following. But if I do remember correctly, they are Christian based or they at least are high value based. Their hiring process is more
stringent.
stringent than Chick-fil-A. In fact, they have to wear white every single shift. And guess what they do? They wear white every shift and they have to turn in their uniforms to get cleaned at the end of every shift. And then they wear a new uniform when they
Look
get
at
in to
that,
work.
man. Look at that.
They are Christian based.
They're Christian based?
Yeah, it says right here.
All right. They have to have hair our oldest son, Heather's oldest biological son, Bradley. He worked for In and Out for years, and he was telling me like the facial hair. I'm like, dude, you guys have more stringent policies than cops.
They probably have better physical fitness standards than most agencies.
Did
You gotta be able-
Jake's comment?
You got to be able to you got to be able to run those fries out the oh god. You got to be able to run them
out to In and Out
fries out
corporate
there, man.
offered a free modified active shoplifter shooter response training seminar.
Yeah, man. It's coming to a town near you, man. It's just a matter of time. And armed citizens is what obviously stopped this. I mean, look, cop 5-8 minutes, right? Response time, even in a small town, probably 5-8 minutes. SWAT an hour if they have one. So
Yeah, SWAT's not coming.
Armed citizens, man. Good guy with a gun wins every time.
So what do we know about Jordan Salinas, the bystander who intervened? Viral videos on social media show Salinas as an armed bystander. While police have not officially identified him, Salinas has come forward and told the Idaho Statesman, which I'm assuming is their newspaper, how he confronted Williams. The 35-year-old healthcare worker is from Kimberly, Idaho. He and his girlfriend had planned to go horse riding in Hagerman, but first stopped for lunch at the In-N-Out Burger restaurant off Blue Lakes Boulevard in Twin Falls around 2:30 p.m. The scene at the restaurant soon turned chaotic with people fleeing, Selena said. He initially thought a kitchen fire had occurred, but then heard pop, pop, pop sound of gunfire and realizing a shooting was taking place. He said he ran towards the sound in an automatic and mechanical response. I love all this, by the way. I'm going to keep reading it. He said he only remembers his girlfriend calling out his name before the shooting began. Again.
Nagging.
Probably fucking.
What are you doing? Get away
Hurry
from
up!
me. Put your gun away.
Put your gun away. Stop trying to be a hero. Salinas told the Idaho Statesman that he had been training to handle firearms following a 2021 shooting at the Boys Town Square Mall that killed 2 people. He said he trained at weekends in the desert outside of Eden, a small town in eastern Jerome County, but he had never pointed his gun at so much as an animal before Saturday.
Good for him.
Check this out. He said he followed a 4-step approach he had practiced for years: observe, orient, decide, act, to confront the attacker on Saturday. He did not like it when bullets started firing both ways. No fear before. He said he felt no fear before, during, and after the firing. There's a task that needs to be done, and we're the ones who need to do it, he added. That's fucking badass.
Yeah, if you watch the video, like you see he's taking rounds back too. He's like dodging into the wood, like he like kneels
Yeah,
down in the wood
I saw
line.
one. I thought he got hit, but he didn't.
Yeah, he looked. Yeah, because he goes low. I think he's like, "Fuck," you got rifle rounds coming back. But yeah, man. I wonder. You got to figure he's firing a suppressed weapon though, so the bad guy probably didn't even hear those rounds other than whizzing by. And then obviously, I don't know. You didn't get another angle of the trooper that's shooting or what he was shooting. That one didn't appear on video. But so obviously, one of the guns is not making much noise. The other one is making plenty of noise. So that's another interesting fact is that it's a suppressed weapon.
Yeah, and what do? We typically make fun of civilians for having gear like that, but no more will that come out of my mouth, dude. This guy is somebody. You know what's funny, Mike? You know what's funny is this guy took it upon himself to learn not only his weapon, not only shooting, he took it upon himself to learn the mindset of how to stop a threat on his own time, on his own dime as a civilian. Do you think there's other people out there that should adopt that same training mindset?
Yeah, we're probably gonna watch a video of one of them later on, but yeah, the police should probably think about that. And here's the other thing: he had the wherewithal to have a silenced weapon, which he knows in an active shooter like this, he's not gonna have time to put ear pro on and get comfortable. That is a loud round. They're all loud, but that's loud. So not only is he prepared all the way around, he's got a silenced weapon. So now he's not dealing with, blowing his eardrums out. But yeah, a man with no affiliation to law enforcement who lives in the middle of Idaho in a 50,000 person town who shoots in the desert by himself, has never pointed his gun at anything that has lived, took the time to even go through the 4 steps of how he was going to handle that active shooter. What do? We go at 2 hours. We all start bitching. We take our gear off. We go to lunch, come back exhausted and fat from Mission Barbecue, half-ass another hour. And that's our active shooter training for the next 2 years, right? We check the box and we go. It's not like we're out there every day, like to protect people and protect ourselves and all that. We're just, just a job. But here's a guy who has no dog in the fight and he's out there practicing like his life depends on it. It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
dude, somebody will say somebody will say he trains too much. He trains too much, right?
Well, somebody will make fun of him for being a civilian with a silencer, right? What do you need that for? To be honest with you, before this, I probably would have said the same thing. But and I always talk about this, dude, and you talk about it too. We were both cops for a very long time, and I would tell people all the time, do not rely on the cops at all. You cannot rely on the cops in this dire moment right here. You have to wait 5-10 minutes for those guys to show up because guess what? Cops are showing up to a situation that they don't know. Things like gathering information, things like getting their rifle, things like getting oriented to what's going on, things like asking people what's going on, where it's coming from. You park too far away, right? Because you're not trying to get lit up in your fucking mobile coffin. Now you got to decide whether you're going to sprint to the threat with body armor and a rifle, or you got to get back in your car. All of that takes time. Yeah. And when you need someone there with a gun now, you don't want to be waiting on that cop. That cop's not doing anything wrong. It's going to take them a minute.
It just takes time. And if you want to do this the right way, you look at that Chiron down there and you go to elevated silence and you get your 15% off and you get yourself a silencer so that when somebody comes to Chuck E. Cheese or In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A, you can be the coolest dude on the internet and have a silenced weapon that doesn't blow your eardrums out. So don't forget our boy Jim at Elevated Silence can get you where you need to be to make sure your weapon is prepared for battle so you don't blow your eardrums out. You just blow the bad guy away. So make sure you do that.
You're firing, right? So he's got rounds. He's got a loud rifle. Bang, bang, bang. You're firing, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm not, if I'm in that situation, which anybody is doing, first off, it's not like law enforcement, although a law enforcement in that particular situation would not have to announce themselves. I'm creeping up and I'm trying to stay as out of his vision as possible before I take out the threat. So you start engaging, right? You're nervous. You've never been in that situation before. Rounds aren't hitting the target. But does he know that you're even shooting at him?
It's
No.
good and it's it's good. Well, you got
That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, there's a bonus to that.
Oh, you're
And
saying that like he's not
there's
being suppressed, or
yeah,
he's
there's
not
a
being,
bonus. It's a bonus. Well, he hears the rounds going by. I don't care who you are. You can't mistake that noise when one of those rounds goes by your ears. You know it's coming at you. But yeah, I guess it's a less likely that maybe if he doesn't see you and you do get a step on him, he doesn't know what direction you're firing from, even if he hears rounds going by. So, I mean, all around, just excellent, excellent application, excellent mindset. And like you said, if the cops thought half as much as this guy, who again doesn't have a dog in the fight, dude goes and rides horses in the middle of nowhere, probably, he obviously put this scenario through his head. Probably more than any cop does, but he's prepared. He has his weapon. He knows his equipment. You can see he had a good stance, his shooting stance. He's moving to cover when he's taking round. Like it's all there, man. And we see cops every day on the internet that just freeze or don't perform the way this civilian did. So all around, just mental preparedness, man, is important in today's. You have to think about it. Whenever I go, even this weekend, being in, out of town in a large building. There's a concert, like, we talked about. There's just so many people. There's no metal detectors in that building, dude. There's not one. So I'm always getting that, like, man, there's so many fucking people here. What if somebody
when you went to the Hard Rock for
the entertainment? No, I didn't go there. I went to a concert venue, and when I was at the concert venue and there was a concert,
Who says that?
It's but it does give you, if you're not thinking that as a man today, take your man card and turn it in. If you're not actively looking around in public at today's world with everything you're seeing, going, man, if somebody pops up with a gun or somebody, what am I going to do? I think you have a duty as a person today, if you're capable and you should be willing, that you have an obligation to keep an eye on things. If you're affiliated with this show, the 99% cop, law enforcement, I can see purple-haired Democrats aren't going to think about that, and some other people. But if you're watching this show, you should be constantly thinking, like, what do I do now if somebody starts shooting? Where am I going?
Always.
Yeah,
Always.
you have to. I'm not being funny. I know it sounds, I would have made fun of anybody who said this 20 years ago when I became a cop. Oh, you fucking gear queer. What are you, Tackleberry? You're going to shoot everybody. Now it's like, dude, it's happening every day. So if you're a capable male, you should be constantly thinking, how do I protect women and children and inadequate men who don't want to do the cool stuff and don't want to save lives? What do I do to stop a threat if it breaks out right here? Unfortunately, that's all I'm ever thinking, no matter where I go. Walk in the pet store, walk in an entertainment venue, theme park, anywhere now. You just go, all right, like, that guy looks weird. Like, you should be thinking that.
Well, here's what Eli, it's the so this one that's playing right now, Eli's asking, obviously he doesn't have access to this stuff, so this is all brand new to him. The one on the left is the shooter. I don't really have any, I didn't put any pictures up of him because everybody knows what he looks like, but it's a young white male with a rifle that just went crazy in the parking lot of In-N-Out. An In-N-Out employee died. That's got to be
whoever's in that Tesla didn't make it.
What Tesla?
There's a Tesla. He's walks right up to the windshield and just blasts right through it.
In this video?
Yeah, right there. See that Tesla to the right?
I don't want to play that, dude.
Yeah, he goes right up
My
to
bad.
They blocked it out.
It looks like there's nobody in there, though. I think it's a parked car.
Why would you shoot into a parked car?
I think he's shooting through the window to hit the other guy.
Eli's a ballistics analyst now.
Eli needs his glasses taped better with good tape because they must be covering the lenses. Like, there's no way to tell either way, but I don't know a human being who would go. And if you look at the angle, it's a down angle into the.
Yeah.
You're not going to shoot through
I'm
a
not
car.
going to play it anyways. My bad. I didn't know that, guys.
Unless he hates Elon Musk. There's a good point. He could be an anti-Elon guy. We might find out.
They used to burn those fucking cars. Remember that? People used to vandalize
as soon as he supported
cars.
Trump, they went off the rails. Remember, he was the worst human being ever.
And so you guys know, we're going to have at 2 p.m., we're going to have retired NYPD detective and Fox News correspondent, Pat Brosnan. I'm trying to plug in my computer and talk to the mic at the same time. Pat Brosnan on the show. There we go. He deep dives these things, and if there is anything breaking or anything that they haven't gotten out, Pat will know. He specializes in domestic terrorism, and in my eyes, this is domestic terrorism
Currently,
at its
unless there's a
finest.
baby mama involved.
Yeah. Um,
Well, even then, I guess if you start taking it out on innocent people because you're mad at the old lady, it becomes an act of terrorism at some point.
what do you? So what? I've always wanted. I've always been conflicted on this. Okay, this happens. You're with your family now. Let's say you're with young kids. I know your kids are adults now and can kind of probably defend themselves, but you're with young kids. I know you don't have to worry about your wife, so let's take her out of the situation too. She'd be helping you to safety. But
I would go hide with the kids if we had kids.
get him,
So
babe. Get him.
yeah, I'll be in the car. She'll drag his fucking skull back over and be like, "This dude right here."
Yeah, fucking
I didn't even have to
Predator.
shoot him. I just put him in a rear naked and I drug him over here. He's good.
I'm saving your life, bro. I'm gonna choke you
I
up for my
saved ammo
wife shoots you.
too. I saved ammo too. We didn't need to burn any.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, JoJo is Mike's wife, who's on here often, and she is I almost said active shooter. She is an active firearms instructor that works for different companies and stuff like that. So, but yeah, what would you do? Sometimes I think if I had my child or small children with me and this breaks out, there's a part of me that thinks if you don't have a fucking weapon, I'm sorry about your luck, guy. And I'm looking after my family and my own. And the sheep aren't mine.
I think I think if you have small children with you, I don't think anybody's going to knock you for 100%. That is, in my opinion, that's your priority. Your priority is
so you agree?
your children. I agree. There's always, if we can move them, if there's like another guy with a bunch of kids, he's got to, hey, put my kids in the car, whatever, go drive to Home Depot across the street, if you have time for that. But I think as a number one, as a man, a family man, a man of God, and your job is to protect your children and your family first. I don't think anybody's ever going to knock you. You have to. I mean, honestly, even cops, what do you talk about going home to our family? We put the citizens first, but when you're out and you're not working, you have to protect your family first.
And it's, man, it's, and so you would then, if you didn't have, if it was just Mike Dilks out there grabbing a scratch off across the street, and I mean, I'm not saying like you're not a social guy. You're not out there, shopping unless you're with your wife.
Yeah, if you don't, then you're in, man. Then you're in. Then I look at then you're required, especially you get retired cop, retired or former military. You did all those things for a reason. If you really took the job serious, I think
I just picture surveillance footage of you getting in the car and leaving.
Yeah, get out of my. No, you got to, man. I actually, right after I left, I went to Publix, and I was standing at the front door, and the guy was old. He came in. He was probably almost 80, so it wasn't going to be much of a deal. But he fucking had a knife out. He's like, "I'll stab you," and I'm like, "You're not going to fucking stab me, buddy. Like I could defeat him without." But he was like Alzheimer's, and his wife's like, "Oh God." I'm like, "Man, he's got a fucking knife out, and some psychopath in Florida is gonna pop your fucking husband." Like, but immediately I was like, "Okay, I have to do something about this. Like, I don't just walk away." So, again, if you still believe in values and God and as a able-bodied male in public, and you decided to arm yourself and go through all these cool things and pew pew and bang bang at the range, yeah, if your family's not there, I think you are, as a man, you're obligated to help, take action, eliminate the threat. My opinion, as long as you can handle a gun and shoot. I don't want the dude that buys a new gun every 3 days that can't hit the fucking side of a semi truck from 3 inches away out there, like, with a staccato, doesn't even know that the fucking safety has a safety. I don't want that guy out there slinging rounds. So let me make this clear. A well-trained male who buys a gun and actually is proficient with it is very important to society in these situations. But you're going to get some hero out there too that's going to be slinging rounds through in and out that can't hit the target, from the 7. So that's the other dangers of.
Is that worse than nobody out there putting up a fight?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
As a deterrent, just somebody.
I guess if if you're going to put rounds through all the innocent people around and maybe get the bad guys scared.
Blame it on the shooter. We'll just blame it on the shooter.
Well, it is. All of them fall on the shooter for murder, but. That's the only caveat to me with the Second Amendment and the open carry stuff is you get a lot of heroes. We see them on Instagram, dudes doing wild shit in their backyard and drawing guns crazy. So but yes, a man with a gun, in my opinion, has a duty to act and protect his friends, or I'm sorry, protect his family first, then protect society second.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, and I think that the type of guys that listen to our show are the same type of dudes, man. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking truck driver, plumber, fucking veteran, first responder.
And I have confidence in our guys. I do.
I do too.
I think I even have confidence. Even Slater, man. I think Slater would take a bite out of crime.
You take a bite out of him, period.
So I have confidence in the 99 that they understand where we're coming from, and that's part of.
Has that ever happened? Has there ever been a situation like this where a civilian tried to take out the gunman and accidentally caused a casualty that you know of? I'm sure
it's sure it's happened, but the real popular one, my wife maybe can help if she's watching. There was the dude a couple years ago who pulled off some outrageous fucking course of fire on a bad guy. He shot he hit 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 rounds from 40, 50 yards with a fucking small gun. It was like a concealed carry Glock or concealed carry SIG, and he engaged an active shooter. And we were running the drill at the range, like trying to replicate what he pulled off. I can't remember the statistics or the actual, but there was an incident. But I don't know. I haven't seen one where somebody sprayed and prayed and killed everybody, but I know there was a really good one where the guy put all his rounds on target and eliminated a active shooter as a civilian. Maybe somebody, that's a name, Elijah Dickens. Are they dropping names of the actual guy? It was in a mall. Yes, it was a food court mall. Yep, mall food court shooting. Yep, mall. It's coming back to me. It was a mall food court shooting. The dude he was like eating at the mall, and he jumped up with a concealed carry gun and like nailed the dude with like accuracy that it's hard to replicate on a range.
Yeah,
I remember he was all over the internet.
That's awesome, dude. The malls are there
you go. 10 seconds. He hit all 10 rounds from only 10 yards. Never mind. That's not that great.
That's still pretty impressive, dude. 10 seconds, 10 round a second, and hit them all. Under pressure as a civilian.
Yeah.
Do you know how many
cops
can
I
hit
thought it was
10
40
rounds
yards
in 10
too. Joanna, you might want to. I want to get a chance to call my wife wrong. I think it was 40 yards.
Hey, be careful. Easy, man.
I was running we were running the drill at the range.
Hey, here's how you say it, Mike. Hey, Joanna, do you think you were misinformed by somebody?
We got to
put the blame on somebody.
I believe somebody pulled you over, Joanna, and told you some misinformation. It's probably me. Actually, I probably packed your lunch this morning and put the wrong statistics in your lunchbox. So I apologize. I think it was 40. I think it was 10 rounds and 40 from 40 yards.
Yeah, we need to have a seminar on how to.
There it is.
How is there a way to tell your wife that she's wrong, and should you do it? And if you're going to do it, there's strategy to do it. I think I think someone lied to you, babe, and I don't like that. I don't like that someone lied to you and gave you bad information. That makes me mad.
Between our chat, they got it right. It was 40 rounds to start. It was 8 out of 10, and an active shooter in them all. So
she's yelling at you already, dude. It's cool.
It's all good. It's already. That started fucking 4 a.m. You mean already? We're working on tomorrow.
Yeah, we're getting ready for tomorrow.
There's Slater. He's in there. You know damn well he's a hero. Always. I'm picking Slater in my top 5 every single time, man.
I bet you Slater's an athlete, dude. He doesn't look at it at face value. But he said I'm an athlete. I didn't even see that comment there.
If you guys bring your guns to the meetup, maybe we can pick a stop sign in the neighborhood and practice that drill.
I highly advise no guns at this meetup.
I'm just kidding.
The Thursday before the meetup, the Thursday here at the studio is going to be wild, dude. I know you won't be here, but
who is it? What is it?
We're gonna do the Thursday night show, but with everybody.
Everybody comes early,
and then they're all crashing here. We've got like 7 in the building. We've got like 7 couches. I just need to make sure we got a full bar. We got fucking probably 80 cigars. Like it's gonna be a good time, dude.
Remnants of heroes that used to work.
Yeah. The Again,
All
guys,
the alcohol, all the alcohol's watered down though, so don't bring your own.
No, it's not.
All the alcohol that's back there has been.
He didn't even feel like
What?
doing that. It would just be gone.
No, he siphoned it. No, the other guy.
No, you talking about
Jimmy.
Jimmy? Yeah.
Jimmy
I don't know
Van
if he had the
Oh, you're saying he
wherewithal
wouldn't fill it back out. He would just drink it, throw it away.
to throw it away. Or he'd leave this much in it and move on to the next one. Like, hey man, I don't want to drink all
You
your
guys are a
alcohol.
little low
Bro.
on whiskey back there, bro. I
Hey,
don't know what's going
technically, I didn't drink all your alcohol. But yeah, like I said, in a couple minutes, we're gonna have Pat Brosnan on. He's going to give his expert opinion on this. Fox News analyst or contributor, not analyst, contributor, and retired NYPD. You guys like old Pat? Oh my God! Hit that video I sent. Did you send it on Instagram? Yes. Shoot out going on. I just have to. Is this? Hold on. Let me look.
My dog's dreaming.
I will get to it when I will get to this video, Justin, when we are done on the topic at hand. I don't want to switch. I don't want to go back and forth on topics. Sorry, guys. I can't. Justin sent me a really good video, but it's not pertaining to this in and out thing. So I want to get all the details for that. And Eli, can you check and make sure there's no emerging news from that Idaho shooting? Or just type in, Google recent updates, Idaho shooting, or anything like that. I would imagine the FBI's hit the house like hours after the shooting. So they usually release information like this. Yeah, Slater, you can set up the tent in the studio, bro. Actually, you can set it up outside.
Do you guys know the name of the shooter? They identified him as Chad Williams.
Yeah, that was out. It's just whether or not they found anything when the FBI did the inevitable search warrant of his home. They usually don't wait this long to put something out. So, I'm just curious if he had a manifesto or if the family said anything. Oh, okay. So meets the same topic of protecting the family. Okay, we'll check it out then. Let's see here.
They said the In-N-Out employee was a California resident visiting Idaho to train workers at the newly launched branch.
Wait, what? Oh, the employee that died.
Yeah.
Oh man, could you imagine that, dude? You don't even live there.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a new In-N-Out, man. That's awful. From California, huh?
Yeah.
All right, this is a video that Donut Shop Podcast sent in that is pertaining to protecting the family. So yeah, it's this is not what to do. Just from reading the comments, this is not what to do as a man.
Get out! Get out now! Run! In the house! Get out!
Holy shit.
Get over here!
Pissed me all the way off. All right, Dad, get your family. All right, Mom, survival instincts of a fucking coconut. All right, kids, listen to Mom when she finally tapped in. Like, listen to Mom. What the fuck are you guys doing? But and then because you know what it is when we're talking fight or flight, right? Shorty flew without anyone's kids. Not hers, not the neighbors. Yo, if I'm the neighbors, my kids are never going to your house again. I can't trust you.
That is true. I can tell you right now, I don't think I've ever met a mom that I would even entertain the fact that the mom wouldn't go grab the kids. I mean, that is pretty insane work. Put it back up. Let's watch it one more time, Eli.
in the house. Get in the house now. Run! In the house. To the house.
Where does the dad even go?
Jasper, get over here.
Pissed me.
That is a weird place to have a remnants of a shootout. I'm assuming maybe it's coming through the wood line.
Mm.
Are you with us, Mike?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe it was coming through the wood line. Anyways, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. It's the end of the hour. We will be right back. We'll be waiting. Hopefully Pat will be in here ASAP. See you in a minute.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach, which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis, for pets and people. To detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
We're back. This show is brought to you by Crave Creatine. Go to trycrave.com and use promo code antihero15. Save 15% on your creatine. They get 30%, up to 30% more muscle mass, up to 30% more strength, and way better cognitive function. And that's with all creatine, right? But it's 2026. There's no point in taking powdered creatine anymore. Trust me, when you travel or do anything, go to work. If you work on the road, you have to make sure you get your daily dose of creatine, which is 5 grams. 3 gummies is 5 grams, and you can take these gummies anywhere. They can sit in the hot car. They can sit in your bag. They can travel. They can go to the airport. Gummies is the way to go for creatine now, but Crave is the only one that will post their lab results for every single lot that they put out there, showing that they have the amount of creatine saying they have. So go to trycrave.com and use promo code antihero15. Save 15% on your creatine. And Patriot Pouch. Patriot Pouch. Is it, hey, what's that? It's USA, right? Patriot Pouch USA.com. Yep. Nicotine and tobacco-free pouches still packing that buzz. Powered by our proprietary Nixidine formula, Patriot Pouch delivers a smooth, clean, relaxing buzz without the traditional downsides commonly associated with nicotine, like jitters or increased heart rate. Patriot Pouches are proudly made in America and built on the values that made this country great: faith, freedom, hard work, and personal responsibility. Patriot Pouch was built for first responders, our military, blue-collar workers, skilled tradesmen, and any other hardworking American who keeps this country moving forward. This isn't just another nicotine alternative. It's a product built on faith, forged by freedom, and made for hardworking Americans. Faith first, freedom forever. Go to patriotpouchusa.com and use promo code antihero10 for 10% off. Trust me, guys, that it feels like you have a Copenhagen in. And they have the Nixidine blend, which I don't really know what that is, but that is the replacement for the nicotine. And I use Patriot Pouch, and it is like having a dip in. It's better than a Zyn. To me, it feels like a pouch. or actual raw Copenhagen. So patriotpouchusa.com. And CC Inc. Studios. You need a thumbnail made, you need an intro made for your YouTube, but you need anything done for your podcast, you need a website built, or you need an app made. CC Inc. Studios is where to go. Go to ccinkstudios.com. Get yourself a quote. Don't pay $70,000 for an app. Don't pay $40,000 for an app. Don't pay $7,000 for a website that you're never going to be able to talk to the guy again who made it. If you need to pay somebody to build these things, then you need to pay a company to maintain them for you, fix bugs, update things for you. Like, you can't just purchase a website and then maintain it by yourself, most likely. So the big thing about Counterculturing Studios is that they do everything in a timely manner. So you'll have it done in a week. And they also cut the prices down tremendously, because the companies that are building these things right now are doing like a 400% markup because nobody knows how to code. Well, guess what? Counterculturing Studios knows how to code, and they will build you a website, an app, an intro, anything you need media related for a fraction of the price. ccinkstudios.com. Email design@ccinkstudios.com for a free estimate and consultation.
Let me tell you why this is important. It came up today. I had a guy, Pat from Apex. He dropped a banger meme with a banger sticker idea. It had a girl like pulling up her shirt and it said nothing but hits, or show me your hits. Show me. I'm like, bro, somebody's going to steal that. So what did he say? He's like, oh, man, what is that? I said, dude, you got to reach out to these guys and get yourself a website. I was like, that one sticker could pay essentially for your website design and everything you need to set up everything. And instead, he's like, do you want to run it? We'll run it together. I'm like, sure, I'll jump in and get, if you want to work out some type of deal. But my first suggestion was, don't come up with the idea late and throw some cool sticker up line and post it online and then go, hey, what was that site that you can have stickers drop shipped? And what was that? I'm like, bro, I sent it to him. I sent him the web, our Instagram. I said, you got to reach out to these guys, dude. I'm like, you're going to get that idea is going to get stolen. And for the money you'd make off that one sticker, that's probably a couple $1,000 sticker easy with that idea. And I'm like, you're gonna lose all of it. That one sticker would pay for probably your web design and your website and everything else. So don't fucking shortchange yourself. If you got good ideas and you got a brain, these guys can get you rolling in the right direction to get yourself making some money.
All right. So the next topic we're going to go into is, I want to touch on this real quick. Tony Romo. Eli, I'm going to need you to fix that one up there for Instagram. Tony Romo has been suspended indefinitely by CBS. That's official. That's their official statement. Now, when this first happened, their unofficial statement, which was just some random person from CBS, was like, hey, he's probably going to go away for a while. Like, that's the real answer. That's what's happening. But CBS officially suspended him indefinitely, and he's being replaced by J.J. Watt.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't speak too soon. I figured they would suspend. Here's my bet. Here's my pick. He will be suspended for preseason, and he'll be there week 1. That's my guess.
They're going
to I mean, dude, that's what I was thinking in my head was football season doesn't start till the end of October or the end of this month, beginning of next month is the official start. But I would think maybe have J.J. Watt do 2 or 3. It's kind of like you talk about. You throw somebody does something, you're like, all right, throw a letter of counseling at the guy or throw a suspension at him real quick.
Yeah, you do something so then you can say you did it.
You did it. So here you say you suspended him indefinitely, right? You let J.J. Watt announce for audition for a couple weeks. You bring Romo back. He throws an apology up on the air, and nobody's going to blink an eye at that. That there's no repercussions for letting him come back to work. That would be, if I was in charge, that would be my punishment. Well, that's a smart punishment. Suspend him for the preseason. Let J.J. Watt get some reps. So you got to fill in, and you got a guy that puts his resume on there for being an announcer, and then you bring Tony Romo back week 1 and go, all right, whatever.
I think it's definitely a threat, though, for bringing J.J. Watt in. He's had years of training now on the media. He's been on SNL. He's been in TV shows.
Romo's under massive contract, though. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, they didn't terminate his contract. That's what they did say. They said there's no plans on terminating his contract. He's suspended indefinitely. However, we as Americans, we move on fast, right? We move on quick. Just for sake of argument, the Vegas shooting when the news decided that was over, and I know I'm reaching back, but it blew my mind even as a young man when I was like, so we're just done talking about this. No motive put out, nothing. Just, hey, we're done. And everybody moved past it.
Hey, let's go something more recent. We're over the fucking Somalian fraud in fucking Minnesota, dude.
Yep, we're over it.
It's been what, 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
And
So
billions?
people will, this Tony Romo incident, although nothing like a shooting or anything like that, this incident will be old news in another week, if that.
Do you see our comment section talking about Crave?
No. But just ordered creatine for my husband. Thanks for the discount.
Yeah, and then follow up. It gets worse.
Crave is great. Meg, will make his PP bigger. God.
I look
Thank
up.
you, Meg.
I look up. I didn't see her comment. I look up and see Megan will make his PP bigger too, and I'm like, oh god.
Thank you, Meg, for real, for supporting us by buying from them. That's awesome.
Yep.
But like moving on, dude. Like the way we just accept things, and Tony Romo should have his job back. That's not. I think you're right. I think that shit. They don't even have to put anything up on the screen. He'll just come back after preseason, and people will be like, they won't.
What happened?
Yeah,
they're gonna ask why he was gone. They're gonna be like, where the fuck was Romo for the preseason? That's what they're gonna say.
So, but we move on. So, like, here's one thing I was talking about. Like, first off, free healthcare in our country would never ever work. The reason why is because we're America, and there's pros and cons to having a free country, right? We have a lot of fucking people in here that just suck up the fucking government, and they're called Democrats. They vote Democrat because they want free shit. So free healthcare would never work, period here. Other countries where they're not free, they can have free healthcare because society isn't fucking pillaged with disgusting people. So, but I was thinking right now, right? I pay for my healthcare. I pay a lot of money for my healthcare, right? I didn't that even if you retire as a cop, you don't get free healthcare. You got to go to a fucking Home Depot to pay for your healthcare. So I pay for healthcare, and I still have to wait my turn. And here's where I'm getting at. Athletes, right? Cream of the crop. You get injured on the field, you will have a diagnosis within hours, and you will have a surgery date scheduled by the end of the day, right? You are
usually if you get hurt on Sunday, you're usually in surgery by Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yes, right. That's how fast it can work if it wants to work that fast. Obviously, he's an asset to a gajillion dollar fucking company. So that person's they have their own everything, but that's how fast, ideally, that's the best case scenario. You hurt yourself, you get your MRI, and you get your surgery ASAP, right? So
doesn't work like that for the rest of us.
Yeah. So like I have my back is radiating with pain, and I think it has to do with my shoulder surgery that I got 15, 16 years ago. And I'm like, dude, it's been like weeks. It's getting worse and worse. And my wife's like, you got to go to the doctor. And I'm like, I know. And I'm like thinking so what's going to happen? What's going to be the timeline, right? I got to go to my primary doctor first. I'm going to have to go to an orthopedic doctor, right? So that's a week, right? Then the orthopedic doctor is going to go get scheduled for your MRI. That's going to be at minimum a week. At minimum.
Your lightning speed at a week. Lightning. I think you're looking at MRI for your probably a month. Maybe if you're lucky, you get on you bug them and say, can you put me on the cancellation list? If somebody cancels, you get a day's notice. But I would think even in a little town like Vera, well, you got more businesses there too, though. I would say 2 weeks to be fair on average, if you're really lucky.
That's 2 weeks, right? MRI gets done. Then you got to wait another week to go back to your orthopedic surgeon or orthopedic doctor. So we're talking 5 to 6 weeks for me to figure out what's going on with my back. That's just to figure it out. Yeah. And I pay for that fucking healthcare. Can you imagine how shitty it would be if we had free healthcare? Everybody that we're paying out the ass, right? For healthcare, we should have athlete level healthcare. That's what we should have. But we accept things as Americans, right? It's like if you went to a car dealership and bought a car and they're like, we'll get it to you when we can get it to you. And you can drive it 1 hour a day. That would be absurd, right? You paid for it. But we're so seasoned as fucking being treated like shit by our government that we pay astronomical rates for our health care and we don't get good health care. That's not good health care. I want my back fixed now. That's what I'm paying for it.
Well, think about somebody who's healthy that never uses it, how much money they paid. That's the other flip side, man. Because you could go your whole life and really never need it for a cold here, cold there, never break a bone. You've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in premium. That's where I know Ryan is communist, man, socialist. Like that's where healthcare to me. I get what you're saying. When they capitalized health, made capitalism and healthcare came together. These guys make so much money, man. And you know, it's like, should people make that kind of money off of somebody else's injuries? But then at the same time, it's like, well, who would go to school to want to be a fucking brain surgeon or a back surgeon if they're going to make 50 grand a year too? So it's a wild system. It's a wild system all around. I don't know how you fix it. I don't know what the answer is, but making money off of other people's injuries is crazy. But then the amount of education and patience and time and brains that goes into being able to do that is also crazy. So it's like, it's a wild system. Wild.
Yeah. What do you think the right answer is for American healthcare? It can't be free. That'll never happen. And even if they did happen, we would now be sharing it with EBT people. Dude, have you ever walked into a fucking free healthcare a place that works with fucking free healthcare? It's the wait times are through the fucking roof because you've got people that want to mooch off the government. The type of person that is, they don't have pride in the sense that I don't want to be injured. They're at the doctor all the time. Guess what? Because it's free. So the wait times are astronomical.
Well,
the people in the lobby are disgusting. Like,
well, if you we spin it, because we're cops, we spin it to the cop world. It's like the slob cop that doesn't do anything to be fit is always hurt on light duty because they're a sack of shit, right? They're not in shape. They're not taking care of themselves, and they're always injured. I guess you could kind of put that into perspective. That's where I guess the universal healthcare kind of fails because in order for it to succeed, like we talk about Ryan with any kind of socialism, if it were to even come close to succeeding, you would have to rely on human beings being good people 24 hours a day and not overstepping and taking more than their share. So yes, the way it really fails is a large portion now, probably more than half, a large portion of America is disgusting. They're disgusting. So they're always sick. They're always injured. They always have problems. And yes, the system would fail just taking care of people who don't even take care of themselves. And then you go in there like, hey, I work out. I'm trying to be, I can take down the shooter in a parking lot. I can run. I can fight. Like I can do all those things. But, my back's jacked up. And they're like, yeah, sorry, we got 3,000 appointments ahead of yours. You'll get to you. Because that's where that system fails, in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Doctors making millions and millions and millions of dollars. I get it. Like they do some really amazing things, but you can't go to surgery and get that back fixed until you pay the surgery center up front and the orthopedic up front. You will not be able to just walk in and get surgery.
We know that.
You have to pay. You have to pay. Yeah, you have to pay up front. There's no such thing as like we'll get you on the backside. Now, if you could walk in the ER screaming and yelling that you need immediate surgery, and if they buy it, they would do it immediately. But
dude, no way, bro.
I know you're getting the lowest level of care possible. So
I've seen dudes. I don't know if I was arresting him or if I was on guard duty or if it was I don't know what I was in the hospital with a dude, and he got shot, and he was stable, and I was at work obviously, and he was shot. He was stable, and the doctor's like, it's lodged in there, but you don't need it to heal. You don't need to get it out. And he's like, you're not gonna take it out? He's like, no. He's like, you don't have insurance. We stabilized you and now you're good. So unless you get health insurance, you're not gonna get the bullet out of you.
Yep. So yeah, it's a wild system, man. And other countries have it figured out.
Well, Slater says that's why other countries have free healthcare. Canada, come here to get surgery anyway because it would take them 3 years in their own country.
There's caveats to that, though. You have to be a citizen for so long in Canada. You have to be like, there was a
No,
lady
he's
that-
saying they come here because
okay.
Canada,
Yes,
the wait
yeah.
time.
You're right. Yeah, that's another yes. But if you look at like, I always talk Thailand, Vietnam, those places like that. $50 a month, top tier healthcare, man, because everybody contributes. They're healthy people. They eat healthy. If you ever seen, you ever seen an obese person from Thailand? They
I
eat
don't
well.
really think I see many people from Thailand, but
Well, you won't any Asians. You don't really see the Philippines. Like you don't really see. They eat well. They exercise. They're usually not China.
you know what I haven't seen in a long time, Mike, that I miss? I miss Asian Mike. I miss
No, we
Chinese
can't
Mike.
do Asian. No, he's gone.
Why
man.
not? Why can't we do it?
No,
The little hat that you used to have.
hat's right over there. It's on the floor. He used to yell at Jimmy, didn't he?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. But if you look into healthcare in those nations down there in the South Pacific and all that, amazing, top tier. Canada's a disaster. Canada's that's the worst place on earth. Like they're a mess. But maybe Spain now. But in Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah,
I sent you those. I think that one of the videos I sent was from there. Disaster.
So Pat had to cancel today. I just got the text message. He said he's
It's all good.
he's not feeling. He's got some going on. So
He needs healthcare.
yes, yeah. NYPD's got great health care, great retirement benefits.
One of the candidates we had Sean Lozano on that's running with James Fishback for governor of Florida, and one of their promises was 20-year retirement for cops and healthcare for 20-year retirement for first responders, and free healthcare for first responders when they retire. So I don't know if you're voting for it, but that's something to look into if you're fall in that category.
Austin Lewan with a $5 super chat. I used to hate the free health care argument, but I'd take free health care over another 10 billion to what's this? What's it say?
Is it
Israel?
like nothing? Like
Israel.
It might be an
Oh.
emoji. It might be an emoji that's not.
It's an Israeli flag.
Oh,
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I would definitely. I agree with you 100%. What's the nacho chips? What's that? How does the Israeli flag not show up, but the nacho chips show up?
Maybe what platform is he on the same platform?
Oh, that's Twitch. Okay, that's why. Maybe.
We have people on
Maybe.
Twitch, man. Look at that, dude. How many people are on Twitch? Let's see. 2. We thank those 2 people.
Yeah, Facebook and X are kind of hard to retain people on because they're short form.
Yeah, those are not. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram.
That's more for exposure.
Yeah,
We run things like Eli running right now. We run this thing right here that says, if you're joining us on Instagram, Facebook, or X, please switch over to our YouTube. What's next on the list before we do some video breakdowns? Because we have got some good ones and I'm excited to do. The last thing I want to talk about, guess what's making a comeback, Mike? Do you remember MySpace?
I do. It was the first snitch before. Well, you had to set your own friends list on there,
Yeah, I'm hoping they do that.
and then Snapchat was a snitch.
So MySpace is coming back, a full relaunch as an anti-algorithm social platform. Now, you guys might not know what that means. Essentially, let me read this first so you guys can get a bearing of what I'm talking about. Before Facebook and Instagram, there was MySpace, and now it's planning a comeback. That was when I was Eli's age. We had MySpace. It was the first thing ever, and there was no such thing as algorithms. Well, I'm sure there was, but they weren't like they are now. MySpace is planning a full relaunch. Its owners, Chris and Tim, have confirmed. They shared the news in the new documentary MySpace, directed by Tommy Avalone. The goal is to reintroduce MySpace as an alternative to today's algorithm-driven social media with a stronger focus on creativity, self-expression, personal profiles, and music discovery. While the owners have hinted at bringing back elements that made MySpace unique, they have not officially confirmed which classic features they will return. There's no launch date yet. According to the Vanderhooks, they're waiting for the right time before rolling out the new version of the platform. The brothers also revealed they invested more than $150 million trying to revive MySpace since acquiring it from Nucor. Nucor, and they say they're committed to bringing the platform back. So you guys might think, okay, what's so significant about this? Well, I'm going to play a video for you that's going to explain. This is a channel I watch all the time, and it's going to explain what is going on with social media platforms today. Oh, let's hit that super chat real quick. Mike, for all the admin, $10. Thanks, 6. You the man. So let's look at what's going on with this. Is it up? All right.
And you didn't have to worry about. Do you remember when you could actually just make content and you didn't have to worry about hooking people in the first couple seconds of your videos? And all this effort you put into your content, you knew it would get shown to your followers and to your subscribers. And it's just not like that anymore. And that's because TikTok didn't just change marketing, it broke it. TikTok broke the relationship between attention.
This guy, he's a brand owner, but he goes on to explain what the algorithms did.
And something dirty. It played to every creator's core desire, which is to go viral. And at the time, Instagram and YouTube, you couldn't really get as big. You couldn't go viral. It was muting all that content. And people started realizing, I can get 1 million, 2 million views on TikTok. So everybody flooded to it. And when this happened, Instagram and YouTube, the only way that they could compete was to adopt that same algorithm. But unfortunately, when they did this and social media had a complete revolution, it turned every platform into a content machine rather than a brand building platform. And once you see this, you're going to understand why nothing you're doing is working for your brand. Now, this might seem like the end of the world for social media marketing, but there is some good news, which is that a very few amount of brands have figured.
So he just goes on to show, and that's pretty much it, that they started appealing to the content creator and appealing to people's desires to go viral. And so your numbers don't matter. In fact, I'm going to bring it up because I believe he goes into that, and that is paramount. That when you have, in today's day and age, in 2026, your follower count doesn't matter. And anybody in here with a large following, if you have anything on any platform, you'll realize it doesn't matter because it's not showing fucking anything to these people. We have a TikTok with 47,000 followers. 47,000. Our videos get 600-700 views. Out of 47,000, why aren't they seeing it? So it's gone to show that it is focused on virality and less about exposing people to their audience. And MySpace coming back is going to be a fucking huge game changer for brands like podcasts and apparel brands. So, I'm going to be on this like white on rice because MySpace is coming back as a way to bring attention to artists. Now, if you don't know this, because you might not, tons of bands in the mid 2000s broke wide open from MySpace. No record labels, no nothing. If your music was good, it couldn't be contained by the industry and by algorithms. It was just spreading like wildfire. And so MySpace realized that that's our actual money maker right there is bands. MySpace failed to compete with Facebook and went under. And essentially what happened was SoundCloud kind of took that idea and became what MySpace started. But MySpace is coming back, and I know they're serious because they're focusing on bands and music. But if you can focus on if my brand was a band, you'll be fine. And you can actually thrive on organic content, and it's going to push your content to your followers. So immediately when MySpace comes out, You need to fucking study it, analyze it, stay on top of it, and grow out the fucking gate, because that is going to be a game changer. If it's successful, we're going to see something that we haven't seen in fucking 15, 20 years. Do you know what MySpace is?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it.
The guy I'm talking to.
I thought you. Yeah.
Who the fuck else am I talking to?
I'm like, I guess I'm like, of course I do. Yeah, I say the irony of mine is the last thing, you say you like went outside for the last time, played with the kids, and you never, like, you didn't know it was the last time. The last thing I did on MySpace was me and my buddy used to make bets. He's an Eagles fan. I'm a Giants fan. If the other team won, the other guy's team won, you had to change your profile picture to my somewhere in the middle of nowhere is my old MySpace with like a Philadelphia Eagles profile picture as my profile picture. And at some point it just stopped. There's no way to change it. Maybe it comes back. I don't know. There's probably some Milli Vanilli song playing on my profile page or something. And it's, you're talking.
If they could, I'm assuming they dumped those.
You're going back to shit. I was probably still with my freaking baby mama back when MySpace was around. 08, 09, something like that.
Oh no, that was Facebook when Facebook came out. MySpace was like 2004, 2005.
Yeah, so that's all gonna be back to then. I divorced in 09, so you're talking, fuck, dude, who knows?
I know people that would pay if they. Here's the big thing: is that's never happened before. A website or a platform with tons of your old photos that you would fucking kill to have.
I can only imagine. You're right. Yeah,
but I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if they have the ability to bring that back, or if they're like, oh, we scrubbed that 10 years ago for space.
I deleted my first Facebook page too, which sucks. There's a lot of stuff on there I wish I could get back. I was off Facebook for like 10 years, 8 years, something like that. But yeah, that old data, I wonder if they shut the servers down though and it's all gone.
I don't know how that works, but that would be cool. I have all my rock star.
Remember, like
days.
coding your fucking page? You had to go copy that huge thing and like paste it, and your page background would change.
You got to have one song.
Yeah.
You had your top 8 that you.
Yeah, your top
I mean,
8.
do you imagine the drama that would cause today? Like that, knowing that I went through and changed it. Like, oh yeah, Nick, fucking G Money, off my top
4
8.
now. Oh, I'm 4. Oh, okay.
What the fuck? You took me off the top 8.
I'm 4. I'm number 4. I see how it is.
That's the thing too, right? Like you would have to be number 2, right? My wife would be number 1, but you know what? If I get like, how you fucking low key, like your wife moves you down into 8 and like, oh, it's like that. We're in an argument. So you move me off your top 8.
I didn't even know. I heard it on accident.
You sent me some really, really good videos.
Hey,
I've been sleeping on some Mike videos. Usually when he sends me videos, we're making fun of somebody, but it's he does send some really good ones.
Oh, Mike, do a good video, huh?
Oh, Mr. Mike. All right, hold on. Let me I gotta exit this old screen. Actually, I can just do this. No. Remove. Stop screen, add screen. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, Eli, throw that up there. All right, this one is the one I want to do first. This is insane. So when I see these videos, I have to go, is this another country? It doesn't look it. Horry County Police Department out of South Carolina. Is it AI? Doesn't look like it. Of course, delete laws is in here because this fucking broad made us look like a fucking moron. But watch this video. I want to get Mike's take on this.
Open the door! I'm still speaking to you.
You're not gonna raise your voice at me. You're a cop. You work for me.
No, I do not.
You do. I pay the taxes around here.
She is going to get her kid. Open the door! All right, then you got a warrant out for your arrest for custodial interference.
This can't be real.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the warrant? Where's the
Because
warrant?
you need to give the kid back.
You're
You're
yelling
gonna
right
get
now.
one.
You get your supervisor here right now.
I'm gonna arrest you right now.
Get
Give
your
her a kid back. I'm
supervisor
gonna
here
arrest
now.
you right now.
I just had Horry County here last night with the red light on.
Because
Get off the
red
door.
light on, it has the camera.
Mike, that one time when you asked me last week, at what point is it appropriate to defend yourself
Close,
against
right?
tyranny? We're getting
Close,
close.
right? Punch her right in the mouth.
Get off.
That's the difference.
Yeah, what's your name and badge
You
number?
are Saray 725. They already know I'm
Saray
here.
725 is
You
here
are
right now.
misusing 911.
I will literally press charges on you.
Yeah,
Leave.
I know.
I'm not being. She's touching me right now.
Put your hands
Putting her hands on me
You're
right
back.
now.
Under
Leave me.
arrest. I will tase you. I'm not kidding. Put
Leave
your
me. There's
hands
no custodial
behind your
here.
back.
Do you think that's real? You don't think that's like a skit, do you?
No,
It's that ridiculous.
I mean, it looks pretty real.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm
I
not
know
saying
it's just
AI.
yeah, it's tough.
It's
these days,
just
but
this is bad.
the only thing that makes it look like it's sketchy is like it cuts off. Like, where's the rest of it? Why would you stop
Yeah.
recording? And then
I've
mean,
never seen a
the
female cop go
loud,
that unhinged.
obnoxious voice.
Yeah,
It's
she's
so
like
bad.
and I think there's things that we pick up on that don't feel natural. Like when she was up on him, screaming at him like this, trying to get his arm. Like you would never get that close to somebody and expose like your jaw and your face. Like, but
Yeah, I mean, it's tough these days to tell. But
Eli, put up a poll. Do you think this is a skit? Let's get some audience participation in this. Do you think this video is a skit?
Hit me with the county again. What is it?
It
H-O-
is Horry.
HORRY.
Yeah, county in South Carolina. All right, so we're gonna put up a poll, guys. I'd love your opinion because at face value, this looks like a skit. We're gonna play it again.
Open the door. I'm still speaking to you.
I
Not
don't give a you're not gonna raise your voice at me. You're a cop.
stop
You work for
raising your voice.
me.
No, I do not.
You do. I
No.
pay the
You
taxes
need to
around here.
understand. She is going to get her kid. She. Open the door. All right, then you got a warrant out for your arrest for custodial interference.
My arrest?
Yeah.
So there's some things right now. Any cop would know that you can't say you have a warrant out for your arrest like that. Obviously, common sense states that there's no warrant out yet because no one's drafted it. Then he opens the door. Typically, when people slam the door in the face of police that can't go in, they don't open it back up and re-engage.
Absolutely.
What's the warrant? Where's
because
the warrant?
you need to give the kid back.
You're
You're
yelling
gonna
right
get
now.
one.
You get your supervisor here right now.
I'm gonna arrest you right now.
Get
Give
your
her a kid back. I'm
supervisor
gonna
here
arrest
now.
you right now.
I just had Horry County here last night with the red light on.
You
Get
don't
off
have
the
the red
door.
light?
Hold on.
It has the camera on.
Get off.
That's the difference.
Yeah, what's your name and badge
You
number?
are Saray 725. They already know I'm
Saray
here.
725 is
You
here
are
right now.
misusing 911.
I will literally press charges on you.
Yeah,
Leave.
I know.
I'm not being. She's touching me right now.
Put your hands
Putting her hands on me right
You're
now.
back. Under
Leave me.
arrest. I will tase you. I'm not kidding.
Look at that. Look how unsafe. No cop would do that. I don't care how shitty of a cop you are.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No.
What'd you say? What'd you go for?
I think there would be. Let me take a picture of that patch. Don't move the screen. Hold on.
There's 6 votes for skit and 2 votes for real.
Okay, so majority of the people
That
think
patch
that
looks real, though. I mean, it's not AI.
it's definitely not AI, but it just seems like a skit. Like, is there anything on the internet about this incident?
No, I tried looking up ChatGPT, and there's 2 incidents in that county, but neither of them that made headlines as this one.
What does their patch look like? What does their uniform look like? Can you Google one of their deputies
Yeah,
if they're wearing that?
Can you go on their website and Google or like look up her name and badge number?
No, you can't do that. Let's go to the comments here. Training video. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with it. It
Training
made me-
video.
Yeah.
Well, she's not doing very well. No, this is South Carolina.
No, it's definitely the patch.
Yeah, but you can't. It's really hard to mimic things. And her hair, the donut saying that is pretty much procedure for a female's hair.
Yeah, that's the patch. That's the agency.
Oh, is that
looking
the
at it.
county that Myrtle Beach is in?
It might be. Yeah, it's definitely the real patch.
Slater says it's fake. Jake says, I don't know, dude. Dumb broad might do it.
I can't find anything. Here's the thing. That's viral and that's crazy enough that would be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Media would be covering that. Because if it's a child custody, you can literally, you don't have to give your kids up. Like it's like a football.
No, and that's one of the things we didn't even talk about because we have a lot of cops in here. Is that outside of a judge's order, which is going to have other government entities with you, you're going to have probably a supervisor when you're removing a child, like when Department of Children and Families or whatever that agency is for your state. It's a big deal. It's coordinated. There's usually a watch commander involved because you're removing children from a parent. That is never going to go good. So outside of that, which is orchestrated for you, and you just go as a law enforcement officer there to enforce it.
Plus,
you are never going to get involved in a child custody exchange. You are going to go
no backup.
Yeah, no back. Like you're going to go.
Yeah, you wouldn't go there alone either.
You're going to look at the woman and go, you need to take him for contempt of court if he's violating your court-ordered child custody sharing agreement.
You could go, like I've gone and knocked on the door and be like, hey, you know, she's complying. Yeah, but she hasn't seen the kid in a week. You still, here's something, and obviously my wife's not watching because she deep dove this. You can still interfere with custody without a court order. Like if you refuse to let the parent know where their kid is, there's still some circumstances where you could commit a criminal act. Like you can't leave the state. You can't not like tell the
I don't think I would handle that at patrol. Would you handle that at patrol level?
You might not handle a patrol, but you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to be like, hey, dude, like you might wait for a detective. Okay. So
it's at least going to be a thing.
Yeah, you can't like. I know you can't just take your kid and go somewhere and hide from your spouse, your ex-spouse, or your current. Like you can't. They have to know where the child is. They have to be able to communicate with the child. They have to make sure the child's safe. There's specific rules in the law. It's not just like go hide in the mountains with your kid. You're committing a crime if you're interfering with the custody. Now, if you're standing at the door and you got a 12-year-old kid and you're like, she don't want to go with her mom. Yeah, there's no criminal charges when the kid stands there. And
See,
says,
I don't know. Here's the thing is that I'm not there. I don't expect patrol to understand a child custody agreement and then go, so what if like both people are going to lie? So give me a scenario. I see that JoJo's in there saying that it's criminal. I want a scenario where patrol's showing up and there's criminal action to be taken against somebody as a cop.
Like I said, refusal to allow any contact. Not telling the child.
No,
it is.
No way. Yeah. No way,
you
dude.
have to know where your child. Yes, way.
No, you don't.
Hey, first, I'll have her put the statute up so I can just read it to you. You do. That's what I'm saying. There's a statute that covers all the. You cannot hide your child from the other person. You cannot kidnap your child and say you're not talking to your mom. I'm not letting her know where you are.
Dude, I highly doubt that if that's a statute. 100%. So is talking bad about Jews is a statute, Mike. We don't enforce it. So let's talk realistic.
Okay, let's say your baby mama takes Eli and refuses to let you see him. You're not going to expect the cops to get him.
Eli earmuffs.
I'm not talking about
know why I know that because it's happened to me.
No, I'm not talking about like Eli's cool with it. I'm not talking about like I'm staying.
No, I'm talking about when Eli was 2. It's happened.
No, it's criminal. Then you got bad cops that show.
Okay, so it's talking bad about Jews apparently, but they don't enforce it.
No, you can enforce because nobody. This is where I lose you, man. Because if you didn't know shoplifting was a crime because you're a moron and somebody steals my shit, or you didn't know theft.
But shoplifting is a crime. That's a clear-cut statute crime. That's a clear-cut statute crime.
Okay, I'm gonna read you the statute, and then let's do that. Let's just make it real easy.
JoJo pulled the wife thing and goes, "I'm not giving you a scenario. I'm not giving you an example.
I'm just gonna read you the statute."
I know. Well, then read me the Jew statute too.
There's no crime.
Mike, your argument is bad when we have statutes in the Florida fucking statute book.
The Florida statute for Jews does not have a penalty. We already talked about this. That's what I'm saying. You're forgetting what we've talked about. There's no penalty in there that says what can happen to you. There's no penalty. It doesn't say if you do this, this will happen. Interference with custody is a felony. Is unlawful to interfere with the lawful custody of a minor or incompetent person. A parent, a non-parent, unauthorized person knowingly or recklessly takes or entices a minor away from blah, blah, blah. Hold on, third degree felony. Let me read it on here. I'm gonna pull it.
Want to
up.
know? I'm already going to do this for you, Mike. I'm already going to put this in there. What is going to happen is this is going to be a warrant based on fucking court proceedings that happened with a judge that
It's a
said he
felony.
was in consent.
You're
I'm
not
telling you,
gonna-
it's a warrant after the fact. Patrol's not doing shit about it, dude. Someone fucking give me an example of a time they showed up for a routine call for service and took a parent over a fucking custodial thing.
Until you're in that situation,
Because
you're
no
not
one's
gonna-
experienced it. Because no
Florida
one's done
stat
it.
interference with. You've never made a RICO case, or you've never made a bank robbery.
But I know
case.
a guy that has.
But-
I know a
so
guy I
you're-
can
if
call
you
right
catch a
now. Hey,
bank-
Mike,
if
tell
you
me
catch
about a
a bank
RICO
robber,
case.
are you going to say, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to wait for the detective to get here, you're going to take the guy to jail? You've never done
No,
one
I'm
before.
saying because bank robberies get arrests, right? Those are arrestable things that are pretty cut and dry. These aren't cut and dry by patrol. So therefore, you're
No,
right.
it's not cut
It
and
is
dry because
definitely a
people don't
charge.
read the statute. It's not cut and dry because you don't educate yourself. That's my point. Like this, it's there. And what
What do you
happens
mean I
is
don't educate myself?
you have a
First
statute.
off, is this a
you're
misdemeanor
telling me
exception?
there's certain statutes that are
Is
okay
this a
to not
misdemeanor
know.
exception?
It's a felony. Felony.
It's a felony to say that
Felony.
to not let your parent, the other parent, see him. So
It
if
is
I go,
unlawful.
all right, here's
to
the thing:
take-
is
let me
I'm
read it. Let me
saying
read
this.
it.
Okay, go
Let me
ahead.
read it. It is unlawful taking, enticing, or concealing a minor under 18 or an incompetent person from the custody of a parent, guardian, or public agency. That's it. It's a felony. It's a felony to take, entice, or conceal your minor child from the other parent.
That
Felony.
has to be
Not-
determined. That has to be determined because what's going to happen, Mike? First off, I'll ask for a third time. After this, I'm not going to ask anymore. Has anybody ever done this before? No one's done it. Everybody's sitting here saying you can do it, and that's fine. It's like saying aliens are real. Have you ever seen one? Well, no. Okay, well that's cool.
Completely
What this is I guarantee you 100% that this is something that would be written up as a warrant from a detective bureau.
And that's why we're not
after
good
there was
cops.
contempt already fucking
Not-
determined.
It's a felony. You're it's no different than
It's not
possession
a
of cocaine.
fucking Mike. What's
is
the
a felony.
criteria? I'm supposed to have him on Wednesdays,
No.
or
You
he's
missed-
supposed
you
to
missed-
give
you
him to
missed
me
the
on
beginning-
Wednesdays,
you
and
missed-
he
you
didn't
missed
give
the-
it to him. It's
Nope,
Thursday.
You missed the beginning of the conversation because you were too busy telling me I was wrong. This isn't for that scenario. This is when you're concealing the location. You're not telling you. I grabbed your son. Me and you we now have custody of Eli. I take Eli. We're married or separated. I go away and I don't give you Eli's location, where he is. You've been calling for days and days and days. You have no idea if he's dead, kidnapped in a ditch. He's Casey Anthony.
Days and days is different.
It's not
It's different. Yes, it is. That's what I'm fucking talking about. A fucking custody exchange that we get called to 900 times a day.
That's right. Correct. That's not a
Yes.
felony. That's what I said.
And what are the fucking chances that what you're
Happens all
saying
time.
is happening to
Happens
the
all
point?
Happens
No,
all the
it
time.
doesn't. Mike,
It
no
does.
one's done it. No one's done it in this fucking group. All
No, no, no,
100
no, no,
people watching, no one said, I've done that before.
Because that, you know what they tell them? Sorry, ma'am, it's civil. You don't get to see your kid. You don't get to know where he is.
Now
Call
we're
a
going to
judge.
argue that all the cops are bad because they didn't fucking get in the middle of some bullshit
It's
civil
not
argument.
custody, dude. We're agreeing on something, and you're missing the fact that I agree with you. It's not for Eli's an hour late, or
Okay, so
little Mike was
outside
an hour
of
late.
fucking kidnapping, right,
Okay.
which we don't agree with.
Correct.
Okay,
But this
I'm not
happens.
talking
This
about
happens. What I'm saying
kidnapping
is,
a
this
child.
happens more than you think. This happens more than you think. That's where I was going with this. I'll apologize. I'll back up. This happens more. Not the arrest. This incident happens way more than you can think. I get calls from people when I was on the road from other states that says my spouse, my ex, my still married, has refused to tell me where she's living and has refused to tell me where my kid is. It's been 3 weeks. We find out where they live in Indian River and they go there and they go, I don't want to talk to them. You can't do that. You cannot bring your son back for like he doesn't want to go to his dad's. That's different. I agree with you. That's not an arrest. That's a tell him to go to court. But I have seen many times, and I've been ignorant to this. I've told people, sorry, man, you got to take her to court. There's nothing you can do. And he's like, my kid's kidnapped, essentially. Like, I haven't seen my son, but because we hear married or separated and divorced, baby mama, that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. 99.9% of the time, it's sorry, dude, it's civil. But there are many times I've been on this exact call where I was mistaken and thinking, well, sorry, dude, it's not my problem. She's not even telling you where she's living or allowing you to talk to your kid and you have no idea where they are. That's what I'm talking about. So you're right about the 99% one. That's the normal call. This is the one you're talking about, this video. There are occasions, though, where I have seen parents refuse to allow the other parent to see their child and interfere, and that can be an arrestable offense. But I'll give it to you, nobody's doing it. So you're right. You're right both times. But it's
I wasn't
not
talking about kidnapping.
but it is, but the people don't realize that they're never going to call it kidnapping because they're going to hear child custody and they're automatically going to say exactly what you did. You got to go like this. You got to go to court. This is a civil problem. It is kidnapping, and but cops are misdiagnosed to the kidnapping. And I don't expect anybody on earth to know 78703 other than me because of who I'm married to. But it is in fact a crime to kidnap your child from their parent. But we kind of as cops go, this is civil. Like, you got to go to court, lady. And people go, well, I guess he's right. He's a cop. He's telling me the truth. And then they go home and they're like, well, where's your kid? I don't know. I still haven't seen my kid in a month and I have no idea where the mom has it in what hotel or what. So that's what I'm talking about. You're right about the 99% of the time. It is a absolute civil thing, but there is an arrestable.
So it's parental kidnapping.
Correct. It essentially, yes. It's just called interference with custody. But I am telling you that I know my spouse has brought these cases forward and people have said the same thing where you can't do that. And she's like, you absolutely can. Like, you just don't know it. And you're telling some dad who's paying child support for fucking 12 years that he's not seen his kid in a year because he lives in another state and the parent refuses to allow them to know where he is. And you go, well, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're gonna have to take it up with your attorney in Idaho and then contact Florida and and that's the issue, is that it's actually a crime. And we failed to I'm going to bring the jury instructions up. Hold on one second. Because I mean, like I said, we can both be right. You're right as well. That it is the 99% is the civil bullshit call that two fucking grown adults can't figure out how to co-parent. But this one is important for when it's not that one. So I always go to the jury instructions when I'm like, well,
how do you do that all the time?
Yeah, how do you? Yeah, so I'm gonna read the jury instructions because I'm always like, well, how do you apply this? Because I'm a moron. I used to read it all the time for any case I was on the fence about. So the jury instructions are image file. Of course, it's not right. I'm just gonna read them because it fucking whenever somebody sends me a screenshot, it fucking loads it wrong. I can find it. I'm a fucking moron now. Here we go. Jury instructions for this charge are as follows. To prove the crime of interference with custody in the absence of a court order, the state must provide the following 5 elements beyond a reasonable doubt. The defendant took, detained, or concealed or enticed away a victim, the child, did so with the malicious intent to deprive the other person from his or her right to custody, at the time was a natural, adoptive, or step parent, legal guardian. At the time, there was no court order determining rights to the custody or violation with, and at the time, there was the person was under 18. So this is like you and me and my wife get in a fight, and I just disappear with my kid. And you're like, well, bro, I'm sorry. Like, you have to go to court and get a lawyer and all that cool stuff. And I haven't seen him in 3 months. Sorry, bro. Like, you have to get a lawyer and all that. That's what this is for. And I don't think a lot of people know that exists. Because then you find the lady and you're like, hey, ma'am, you're going to end up in trouble with child support if you don't let him see his kid. And we kind of leave. And we're like telling everybody it's civil. So this is, like I said, this is a little different than, it's not your everyday baby mama drama. So I apologize if I tried to convince you that you were wrong about that.
It's okay. I forgive you.
I'm not going to apologize many times, so you might want to clip that one. I'd rather yell at you because that's the most excitement I've had all day. Well, I don't know. My new dog got loose and I got yelled at. But other than that. But think about that. Think about that. How many times have you you've had to have gone to that call where you have a mother, a father and a mother that get in a huge fight and one of them disappears for days with the kid. And you're like, sorry, bro, like you're going to have to get a lawyer and go to court, like battle that out. And that's what we normally say. I would say that until I learned of this, and it's actually a crime. But it's parental kidnapping. You're right. It's essentially what it is.
JoJo seems like the type, though, that would go to this and investigate this call like it's parental kidnapping. And then when the lieutenant's like, yo, Jojo, not
No.
every single baby mama drama is a parental kidnapping situation. She's
If there's
statute
probable
book,
cause, you're gonna
statute
have a
book,
tough time.
statute book.
Yes, she's going to tell you. I won't say what she really would say, but she is going. I mean, I don't want to talk about her job. Never mind. But yes, she is the type that will bring this up and tell you this is a crime. And then if you decide to not allow it to be enacted, then she'll document it. But this is one, like I said, I have been on this call. I can recall 10, 11 years ago, I had this almost identical scenario. And the people at the house, the mom sold me what a piece of shit the dad was, and that she felt it was safer not to allow him. And you don't know these people. You know that. You're like, I don't know you people. Like I don't know. But in reality, he was right. The dad was right that the mother was committing this crime, and I was ignorant to it. So I got my smack in the face there, where I was like, you don't have to wait for a fucking judge. Like, this chick is illegally detaining her kid and kidnapping them from the other parent. So but you're right. Nobody's making this arrest. You're 100% right. Not one agency. Nobody is going to.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? And this is, if you can prove, which they're going to try and say, if a parent is keeping the child, of course they're going to say it's in the child's best interest because immediate danger, and they'll articulate her new boyfriend immediate danger, and it's up to you to determine. What might not be up to you to determine if you can make a decision on it, but you do have to determine if there is immediate danger to relay it to the right people.
Yeah, there's your point. That's the right answer. Like, if you get that hairy feeling on your neck and you're like, this is wrong and this might be a crime, you're not just going to leave that house and go, sorry, ma'am, go to court. You're going to be like, I'm calling DCF. We're getting maybe Big Sarge out here. We're getting a lieutenant out here. Like,
pass the monkey, dude. Get the monkey off your back.
I would, yeah. And I'm not saying like swinging dick 3 days on the job goes and throws lady in cuffs and takes her to the jail, but you have the ability to investigate a felony, which gives you a little more leeway for search warrants and detaining and action. So civil is like that call we just watched, which is like, you have no right to touch anybody, go in anybody's house. You have no right to do anything. You have a felony, possibly you can go, hey, all right, yeah, everybody's detained. Like, we have a felony, possibly you're possibly kidnapping your kid, parental interference.
And here's the thing is, if you're a cop, you're granted this amazing right to use your training experience, your sixth sense, the hairs on your back. If that door is propped open and you just talk to somebody on the other line that says my child is in there in immediate danger, and you can articulate it based off what you see, smell, know, you can put your arm in that door and go, you're going to show me that kid right now, or I'm going to put you in handcuffs.
No, you have a potential felon. But this is a good one to know for that reason, because you go, oh, they're married, civil court. Or you go, ma'am, I don't care. This has been 5 days, 8 days. The other person has no idea if your kid's okay. Now you're not letting me come in.
Yeah.
There's a felony. Like,
I would say I've never been to one where I didn't see the kid. Like, I've never been to one where they didn't voluntarily show the kid. Like the custody where it's supposed to be my Saturday, like my Saturday.
Yeah, they're
he's like, no,
right
bitch,
there.
it's my Saturday, and
Yeah,
he's fine, and he's playing. Like, I'm like, yeah. I've never been to one where I couldn't see the kid. That's never happened to me.
I think. So we stop arguing. I think we cover this one. Hold on, that one. Didn't we talk about this last week? The suicide where the cop? Yeah, I talked about it. Port St. Lucie. Dude rolled up.
You did.
Dude rolled up on a suicide and said, "Nah, I'm good." And he left. And then the next guy rolled up. It was Port St. Lucie.
Do we have enough time to do the Detroit?
Yeah, play it, dude. That's amazing.
That one's really hard. So we're gonna have to play it, and then you're gonna have to debrief it, because I was watching it, learning shit in real time.
But basically, this is we're about to watch is a Detroit police commissioner, and this reporter grabs him. And
what is that? Is that a chief or?
Yeah, it's like, he's like the head guy. So he's the head of the police department, kind of like commissioners, and that's a big word up north. He witnesses and is involved in a street fight, and he's caught on video.
Which is where you would not expect to see your police chief is just fucking chilling on the corner.
It's Detroit. So there's not many corners to chill on, but his answers to me are insane, because if anybody else did this, like a regular cop, if I witnessed what this guy witnessed or got involved and then made the statements he did, we would all be fired. But go ahead, you can roll it.
God, this is insane, dude.
what comes behind it. He got a hard lesson, and I was not about to stop it. Detroit Police Commissioner Darius Morris is making no apologies for what he did or did not do when he found himself in the midst of a violent brawl happening Tuesday in the city. You don't have to get the police involved all the time. This is a situation where it was mutual combat. It started, Morris said, when two women.
So is he hanging out with these guys on his free time?
Yeah, he's standing there. He's in the what? You'll see him. He's in
the black hat, black shirt.
Began to fight. Morris and others were in the crowd watching. Morris was not seen throwing any punches, but says at some point he observed a man strike a woman. Someone decided to intervene, pushed him off of her. Once he pushed him off of her, the man got up, went to retaliate against him, swung on him twice. He ducked the punch, and was able to pick him up.
So he's in the black right there with the white on his
who
hat.
Morris says was the aggressor on his back. Another
Right there.
man is seen
Over
repeatedly
there
punching
swinging
him while
the
he's
black
on the
shirt is the
ground.
chief.
That's
Yeah.
Morris wearing the black t-shirt and a Detroit police hat with a gold badge on the front.
When he was punching him, you were kind of swinging into the air, as
I
if you were almost like
saying, watch
egging
the
him
face
on.
shot. I was just saying, watch the face shots, though. Watch the face shots, though.
Okay. Is that an appropriate thing for a police commissioner to say in a fight?
Watch the face shots? Well, because if you hit him the wrong way or hit him in the head or anything, something else could happen. Well, one man is on the ground, another is seen kicking him in the face. At that point, Morris can be seen pushing the man back.
Did you have a duty to intervene when he was being punched on the ground?
I did intervene when he's had enough. When I told him he had enough, and it's no longer. I'm not in the midst of the swings going.
How did you decide he'd had enough, though? After a couple of punches, how did you decide
Well,
that?
because I am a mixed martial
Here we
arts
go.
fighter.
Here we go.
And so I'm observing body language. Commissioner Morris never called Detroit police, he said, because he believed someone else in the crowd already did. Well, he says he believed he.
Look at that emphasis when he's like, yeah, dump him.
He had witnessed domestic violence that night. He did not stay for police to arrive to provide a statement. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. I'm not going to do the police job. I'm not going to give nobody a reason to think that.
Wait, so I don't understand. So he's like, I'm not going to do the police job.
Let me Google.
Something doesn't make sense at all with this video.
He's obviously.
There's
not much
no
of a cop.
way a fucking Detroit police chief is hanging out on the fucking sidewalk with the fucking homies, dude.
Yeah, there is.
Detroit police commissioner defends his decision.
Oh, he's a civilian oversight body. No, this ain't it. Hold on. This ain't it. Maybe he's a member. Maybe they're misleading us. What does it say his name is?
It doesn't.
It says it. Darius something.
Darius Morris. Well, they're holding him accountable like he's a sworn officer.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what he is. He's elected.
So
he's not a cop.
Okay.
He's a District 3 member of the Detroit Board of Police. He's a county. He's based.
He's a county.
He's what's wrong. He's
politician.
what's wrong. He's what's wrong with law enforcement. He is a civil. Kids, put the big screen. Kids, anybody in America who
Eli
wants to. He wasn't listening. Sorry, I got it. Anybody in America who believes police oversight boards involving civilians is a good thing, here is your glaring example of how that's a problem. Now, I'm not advocating for cops being crooked. I'm advocating for people with a brain that have good integrity, that want to do the right thing. They should be cops. Cops should be judged by a jury of their peers, which is other cops. Cops should be, the oversight of cops should be done by other cops with training experience in the field. This is what happens when you elect a civilian who apparently hangs out at the corner and advocates for a human being to be beat and then kicked in the face unconscious. And then he will address some type of oversight of use of force. Now, I'm going to say the magic thing that's going to make everybody upset. If that was 10 white guys and one black guy, in that same scenario, would the police chief have stood there, commissioner, and stood there and allowed that to happen and called it okay? Would he have advocated for two different subjects to beat and kick a man in the face if some type of demographics were different? I don't believe so. Now, take that out of it. Let's go back. You cannot watch this happen as a police commissioner who has oversight over the police to make determinations about use of force and whether things were justified, and have this mindset. At no time do we allow corporal punishment. Otherwise, you'd be okay with somebody running and the cops beating his ass because he broke the law and he ran. And you'd say, yeah, part of the sentence is getting your ass beat. We don't allow that. We're not allowed to do that. I'm cool with that. We shouldn't do that. But you can't advocate for oversight of police when you stand on the corner, watch a guy get body slammed, punched, egg it on, and then watch a guy get kicked in the face unconscious, which could cause brain damage, death, or great bodily harm, and then say, I'm not getting involved. I'm not doing the police job. Well, your job is to oversee the police. You would think by overseeing the police, you would want to oversee the citizens and make sure things are safe. This guy got caught slipping. He's lying through his fucking teeth. Any cop would be fired for this fabricated story he's telling, but he's an elected official. Nothing is going to happen to him. And this is the problem in a nutshell with oversight of police by people who have no experience or are elected in these positions that have the character of this man. This man should not have anything to do with any type of oversight of policing, because what happened to the other dude is absolutely wrong. And I can look at that through any lens you want me to. It is unfortunate that a dude got his ass beat. No police. They didn't call an ambulance. They call an ambulance. Does the commissioner have an obligation to call 911?
They were saying that this guy, in the mix of all that fighting, that commissioner witnessed domestic violence too. Which,
yeah, I guess they're probably related then. So yeah, so they're probably as if a family or brothers or live together. So it's domestic violence.
Only sworn is going to know how serious that DV is. Like that'll get you jammed up. Your job.
Unless you're a guy whose entire elected position is to oversee the police, you should know about that as well.
That's true.
And how do you advocate for violence on a street corner in a city where guns are prevalent, people get shot every day, and then you don't intervene? I'm not, you know what? I'm not even asking for him to intervene. You don't want to get yourself beat up or hurt because you're a beta. Don't intervene. But you cannot advocate and say it's okay to beat the dude in the stomach, chest, arms, just not his face.
Well, you lose that ability to chill on the fucking corner with the fucking homies that beat each other up in public when you're a police commissioner. You just don't. You can't as a cop. Can you imagine if he was an off-duty cop and the police rolled up and they're like, fucking Darius, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I grew up here, man. These are my homies just fucking out here fist fighting on the fucking corner.
Again,
Darius is going to get called into an office and be like, yo, dude, what are you doing with your life?
Again, his job is to make sure cops do the right thing, but you can't let people beat the shit out of somebody because you're cool with them, right? But you're going to hold the cops accountable. That's my problem, is the double standard. And I can assure you, in other scenarios, that would be a hate crime and all kinds of wild stuff. Well, so we just have to be. I'm just asking to be consistent.
Chicken Beak said it must have been a weekend because everybody was off work.
All I ask for is fair and equal treatment of human beings across the board. That video sets that back, and it also makes my argument that police oversight boards by civilians are completely useless, because it's that guy's take on what happened. I mean, he's full of shit.
When we used to hum that song all the time?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. My dog's here. Oh, it's 2:02. What time it is? 3:03. 2:02 by.
I got nervous when I brought up that song. It's like, oh, my dog, the time. I don't even know what's going on.
Today is Tuesday. Monday tonight.
Computer off.
Canine Sports. There'll be no thumbnail. There'll be 4 dudes. Make sure you tune in. 5 o'clock is the shooting show with Nick. What's it called?
Shot Timer Live. 5 o'clock.
Shot Timer Live at 5. Dogs Over People. 7 Sports. The baseball world. If you're a baseball fan, the absolute trades are flying in left and right. Everybody's moving people around. So I'm sure they're going to talk about that. And that's all I got, man.
We'll be here tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are now on Twitch as well. So Facebook, Instagram, X, all of them. So 1 p.m. We'll see you here. Later, guys.
JV team for life.